Back in 1921, black families in Tulsa built something they were never supposed to: wealth, ownership, and legacy. Black Wall Street wasn't just a place, it was a mindset, a system, a blueprint. And even after they burned it down, the blueprint didn't die. We just stopped passing it on. But today, we're picking it back up. There's a tool the wealthy have used quietly for decades. It transfers millions to the next generation, tax-free, protected, and on their terms. It's called the Irrevocable Life Insurance Trust, or ILIT. It isn't flashy, but it works. And it's one move that can shift a family's financial future in one generation. Most people don't know this, but when you own a life insurance policy in your name, the payout adds to your estate. That means if your total estate crosses the federal limit, the IRS can take up to 40% of it. So while families mourn a loss, the government collects. But if that same policy is owned by an ILIT, it's not counted as part of the estate. The full death benefit is protected. No estate tax, no creditors, no court delays, just a direct transfer of wealth to the next generation. Here's how the strategy works. A person sets up a trust. This becomes the legal owner of the life insurance policy. They fund the trust each year, and the trustee uses those funds to pay the premiums. When the person passes away, the policy pays out to the trust. The trust then distributes the money to the beneficiaries exactly as planned, on a timeline, with conditions, or in stages. This is the same strategy families like the Rockefellers used. They didn't just pass down wealth, they passed down structure. With ILITs, their money didn't get taxed or divided by lawsuits or poor decisions. It stayed in place, feeding future generations and growing stronger over time. This isn't just a strategy for the rich. It's accessible to middle-class families too. A $250,000 or $500,000 policy inside an ILIT can be the difference between a family starting from scratch or having a foundation to build on, and for black families who've been forced to start over again and again due to a lack of planning, access, or protection. This isn't just a financial move. It's a way to rewrite the script. Without a plan, death leaves behind chaos, funeral costs, debt, court fights. With a plan, death activates opportunity, education, home ownership, business funding, and all of it tax-free, outside the reach of banks, courts, and the government. Setting up an ILIT does require intention. It can't be changed once it's created. That's why it's called irrevocable. If you transfer an existing policy into the trust, a 3-year clock starts ticking. If you pass within that window, the IRS can still tax it. That's why many people create the trust first, then buy the policy inside it. The structure matters, and so does getting it done the right way, with real guidance and clear documents. The ILIT gives control back to the family, not just by protecting money, but by creating a long-term plan. It's the difference between hoping the next generation does better and actually making sure they do. When money is passed with structure, it lasts. When it's left without rules, it disappears. They destroyed Black Wall Street trying to stop us from building wealth, but they couldn't kill the spirit. Now we've got tools they never told us about. The ILIT isn't just a financial strategy, it's a form of protection, power, and purpose. It's how we stop our kids from starting from zero. It's how we make sure the next generation inherits more than just memories, they inherit momentum. This is what generational wealth looks like when it's done with intention, structure, discipline, legacy. We're not waiting for permission, and we're not asking for a seat at the table. We're building our own with trust, insurance, and a long-term plan. Black Wall Street wasn't the end, it was the beginning. Let's finish what they started.